We have to connect the laptop.
A very good. నేను ప్రాక్టీస్ ప్రాక్టీస్ A very good morning to everyone gathered here. Hmm. A very good morning to everyone gathered here. This is Mr. Ruben of Final Year MBA. Final Year MBA. A very good morning to everyone gathered here. This is Mr. Ruben of Final Year MBA. We are honored and privileged to welcome the honorable dignitaries, esteemed faculty members, distinguished guests. இப்போ ஜாயின் இருக்காங்க இப்போ நான் பேசுகிற சவுண்டாக கேட்டுருக்காங்க ஓகே
Please announce that they have to collect their ID cards. One fellow is coming without his ID card.
Okay.
Kindly make sure you have collected your ID cards.
Good morning, everyone. So, everyone who is present here right now, please ensure that you have collected your ID cards. Have everyone collected your ID cards? If not, kindly collect and please come back and take your seats. Thank you.
எனக்கு ஒரு ஃபோட்டோ எடுத்து இது அப்போ நான் எங்கே வைக்கிறது எனக்கு என்ன சொல்லுங்க
Streaming already.
ஓகே Today, to mark the significance of this event, we have a cherished tradition of lighting the lamp. To mark the significance, to mark the significance of this event, to mark the significance of this event, we cherished tradition. Cherished. People cherished tradition. I think that.
ஒரு வாய்ஸ் அவன் பேசினான் நம்ம
கேபிள் வேணுமா?
இல்லை வேணாம் தான் சொன்னார். வேணாம் தான் சொன்னார். சரி
அந்த லேப்டாப்ல
வேணும்னாங்க நான் அதிகம்.
அது
தொடவே மாட்டேன்.
ஹலோ
சரி பென்ட்ரைவ் இல்லை பென்ட்ரைவ் கொடுத்தா காப்பி பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். காப்பி பண்ணிட்டு போட்டுருக்கீங்களா?
பென்ட்ரைவ் இல்லைண்ணா.
இப்படி பார்த்தேன் மேம் இங்கே யூடியூப் லைவ் போயிட்டு இருக்குங்கண்ணா சொல்கிறா
அந்த பென்ட்ரைவ் காப்பி பண்ணிட்டு நீங்கள் கொடுக்குறீங்களா? வீடியோன்னு சொன்னதுக்கப்புறம் ப்ளே ஆகும்.
சொல்லி தான் கீழே டவுன்லோட் அதிகமாக இருக்கு டைப் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு அதுக்கும் பேங்க் கம்மியாக
சரி அந்த டிஸ்பிளே போயிட்டு இருக்கா? வந்துருச்சா? நான் சொல்கிறது அதுமே அது வந்துச்சு. அப்புறம் என்ன
For your kind information, before we start this event, I request everyone to kindly put your mobile phones on silent mode, please. Thank you.
சீக்கிரம் வருஷா வருஷா குட் மார்னிங் சார். ஓகே சார். ஓகே சார்.
நானும் அது எடுத்து சைடில் மாட்டிட்டு கால் அவ்வளோ வேஸ்ட்டாக போயிடும்.
அவங்க பேசுறது அதை கேட்கணும் வெளியே போவோம்
அது சைடில் மாட்டிக்கலாம். பரவாயில்ல பேசுங்க.
I request everyone to kindly be seated. Thank you.
Start.
A very good morning to everyone gathered here. This is Dunamis Rubin of Final Year MBA, and we are honored and privileged to welcome the honorable dignitaries, esteemed faculty members, distinguished guests, proud parents, and our dear freshers. We welcome you all to the inauguration ceremony of the batch 2024-26 at the PSG Institute of Management. The first step towards getting somewhere is to decide you're not going to stay where you are. Today marks the beginning of an exciting journey for our new students, a journey filled with learning, growth, and countless opportunities. It is a day of celebration as we welcome the bright and ambitious minds who will shape the future of business and management. Prayer is the raising of one's mind and heart to God or the requesting of good things from God. As we commence this ceremony, let us take a moment to seek the blessings of God Almighty for the journey ahead. I would now like to invite Ms. Varsha of Final Year MBA to lead us in a prayer song. We request everyone to kindly raise for the invocation.
उद्यस्तानु सहस्रकोटिसदृशा केयूरहारोज्ज्वला बिम्बोष्टिं स्मिततन्तपङ्क्तिरुचिरा पीताम्बरालङ्कृता विष्णुब्रह्मसुरेन्द्रसेवितपथां तत्त्वस्वरूपां शिवां मीनाक्षीं प्रणतोष्मि सन्ततमहं कारुण्यवारामितिं मीनाक्षीं प्रणतोष्मि सन्ततमहं कारुण्यवारामितिम्.
Kindly be seated, everyone. To mark the significance of this event, we have a cherished tradition of lighting the lamp, which symbolizes the dispelling of darkness and the ushering in of knowledge and wisdom. We now request our esteemed dignitaries on the dais to kindly proceed with this ceremony of lighting the lamp. We also request one of our freshers, Ms. Jivisha of IIT program, to join us in lighting the lamp. We request our trustee to kindly join us. Thank you, dignitaries. This moment represents not just the commencement of a program, but the beginning of a transformative experience that will shape the future leaders of tomorrow. We are truly honored to have our director, Dr. Srividya, with us today. Her exceptional expertise and visionary leadership have been instrumental in guiding our institution to new heights. Her dedication to academic excellence and her profound understanding of the ever-evolving business landscape make her an inspiration to both faculty and students alike. It is with great pleasure that we now invite our beloved director, Dr. Srividya, to share her welcome address.
Good morning. Respected Managing Trustee, Sri Gopalakrishnan, Chief Guest, Mr. Shiv Kumar, Special Invitee, Mr. Malik, um, Dr. Kanchana, Director, PSG Institute of Advanced Studies, Ms. Preeta, President of the PSG Management Alumni Association, students, faculty, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure and privilege to welcome you all to PSG Institute of Management. I extend a warm welcome to our chief guest, Mr. S.E.R. Shivakumar, founder and CEO of Dhanvi Ventures Private Limited. He is the immediate past president of National Association of Realtors, where he is known for his phenomenal work accomplished during his tenure. Shiva is also an alumni, and he plays a very active role at the PSG Management Alumni Association. We always seek him for his remarkable organizing and managerial achievements. It is a pleasure to have you with us today, Shiva. Thank you. I'm pleased to welcome Mr. Malik Sundaram, Vice President for Enrollment Management and Student Affairs from Illinois Institute of Technology. Malik, we are glad to have you with us today, which validates the strong partnership and commitment that both of our institutions hold. I express my gratitude to the management for their steadfast support. I welcome Sri Gopalakrishnan, Managing Trustee PSG and Sons Charities, who epitomizes the ethos of PSG institutions in advancing the nation through excellence in education. I welcome our dedicated faculty and staff whose tireless efforts and commitment to quality education help shape the future of our students. It is a pleasure to welcome the parents and appreciate their support and trust in our institution. We assure you of a commitment to honoring the trust you place with us. Lastly, but most importantly, for the new cohort, I congratulate each one of you who has joined us today, and I quote Nelson Mandela: education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. PSG and Sons Charities was established a century ago for the very purpose of providing quality education that can uplift the society. PSGIM, part of this esteemed group, has been a leader in management education since 1965, and we are approaching the Diamond Jubilee year. We believe in constant evolution of the business landscape and have curated programs that will help students to transform into professional managers, thought leaders, and entrepreneurs. PSGIM supports PSG Institute of Advanced Studies and offers MBA and MS programs through partner institutions, including the University of Toledo, Northern Kentucky University, Illinois Institute of Technology in the US, and Leeds Beckett University in the UK. These programs have pathways that allow students to study abroad, deepen their cultural understanding, and build international networks. Such exposure fosters innovation and creativity, encouraging students to challenge conventional wisdom and develop solutions to complex business world problems. The MBA and MS programs that we inaugurate today opens doors to new opportunities in business, leadership, strategy, and entrepreneurship, preparing students to become leaders and change makers. I welcome each of you and wish everyone a successful and enriching academic journey.
Thank you so much for the warm welcoming, ma'am. We are honored to have the Managing Trustee of PSGN's Charities, Sri L. Gopalakrishnan, with us today. He is the torchbearer of the rich legacy of PSG, and his unwavering commitment to philanthropy, education, healthcare, and social empowerment has touched the lives of countless individuals. His impact resonates far beyond the boundaries of our city, and we are deeply grateful for his support and guidance. It is with great respect that we acknowledge your valuable presence here with us today, sir. Please welcome you. Thank you, sir. And it is with great pleasure now we introduce our distinguished guest, Mr. C.R. Shivakumar. Mr. Shivakumar is a highly accomplished real estate professional with over 18 years of extensive experience in the field. He is the founder and CEO of Dhanvi Ventures India Private Limited, based in Coimbatore. Under his leadership, the venture has established itself as a prominent player in the real estate brokerage across India, with a focus on Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, as well as the real estate development in Coimbatore. His expertise includes large land transactions, advisory on building sanctions, and government regulations for major real estate projects. Mr. Shivakumar holds a master's program in international business from PSG Institute of Management and completed an executive program for young professionals at the Indian Institute of Management, Kolkata. His career has also seen him in significant roles such as the immediate past president of National Association of Realtors India, chairman of the Coimbatore Association of Realtors, and director at the Indian Institute of Real Estate. He is also actively involved in volunteering with the We the Leaders Foundation. Now, I would like to request our managing trustee, Sri L. Gopalakrishnan sir, to present our dearest guest, Mr. Shivakumar, with a memento as a token of our love and our gratitude. We also request our director ma'am to kindly join. Thank you, dignitaries. Please join us in extending a warm welcome to Mr. C.R. Shivakumar as he addresses us.
Beloved Managing Trustee Thiru Gopalakrishnan அவர்கள், colleagues on themselves from the Illinois Institute of Technology,
Mr. Shivakumar sir,
Dr. Srividya,
please
Director of the
invite
PSG Institute of
Shri
Management,
L. Gopalakrishnan to say
Dr.
few
Kanchana
words
here,
Okay.
and
till
Preeta,
his
my
address.
friend and colleague, and
Thank
also the
Shivakumar,
President of the
and I
PSG
invite
Management
Gopalakrishnan
Alumni
sir for a few
Association,
words.
Okay.
and esteemed faculty and lovely students. So warm welcome to all of you for the first year who is stepping into your learning journey today. Congratulations to all of you. Good morning. Good morning. So I think the Indian attitude is such that you'd always need somebody to stand behind and push you to give you your best, right? So I've always believed management education is something that actually acts as a motivator to stand behind you and push you to give you your best. Today, you embark on a journey that starts from today to pushing you to give you the best. I'll start off with some questions that I want to ask you. It's a very formal setup, but I'll definitely ask you a few questions. So, whoever wants to answer can raise your hand and please answer. Which is the tallest animal in the jungle? Can I have a hand mic? It'd rather be better. Which is the tallest animal in the jungle? Which is the strongest animal in the jungle? So somebody said giraffe. Strongest animal is the elephant. Which is the most fastest? Which is the fastest animal in the jungle? Cheetah. Which is the most cunning animal in the jungle? Fox. But who is the king of the jungle? Does the lion possess any of these characters? Is he tallest? Is he strongest? Is he fastest? No. Can you tell me what does the lion possess then rather than all these animals? What is that he possesses? Brilliant. Please give him a round of applause. He believes that he's the king of the jungle. The attitude. So that is what management education gives to you. It gives you an attitude to believe in yourself and change. When I was sitting here in 2002 in one of those corners, after graduating from PSG College of Technology, I would never know what management was. I was trying for cracking CAT, and I couldn't crack CAT, but I cracked a management aptitude test those days, and I was sitting in one of those corners, and somebody was asking a question: who is the editor in chief of India Today? I've seen India Today in one of those petty shops, but I've never gone through it or read it at that point of time. But a few of them stood up and said Arun Shourie at that point of time. I've never heard that name 22 years before. But that kind of rang a bell in me saying, if I don't possess an attitude of standing up and speaking, even if it's a wrong answer, I'm not going to survive in this world. So, for all of you who think management education will change everything in you, it will, but you should start with an attitude. On, I think, the January of 1968, the North Vietnamese army attacked America, and they attacked America in over 125 places. And the strength of the army at that point of time of the North Vietnamese was about 65,000 people. They decided to attack America during Tet. Tet is considered the lunar calendar of Vietnam. So, in those days, during the lunar calendar, you're not supposed to wage a war. In spite of that, the Vietnamese generals decided to go and wage a war. They waged a war. What happened was America retaliated in all these places, in all the 125 places. Vietnamese had about 55,000 to 75,000 people. Most of them were decimated. By the end of the war, if you see, America had decimated the army to about 20,000 people. By the closure of the entire war, America had lost only 50,000 people, but Vietnam had lost over 3 million people. Now, in spite of decimating your enemy, in spite of retaliating in all places, in spite of diminishing the enemy in front of you, would you lose a war or win a war? America lost the war. Vietnamese won the war. So that's the interesting point where all of us started to realizing winning and losing is not straight. So I read this book by a gentleman called James Carsey. James Carsey is a theologian in the New York University. He wrote a book called Finite Games and Infinite Games. So in finite games, the rules are defined. The players are known. And if you win the game, all of us walk out. Like football or basketball or whatever it is. But in an infinite game, you don't know. You actually know the players and also don't know the players, but the rules are interchangeable. What happens is you keep playing. That's most important. You keep in pursuit of the game. Now, most of these, what happens if you put a finite player against a finite player, the system is stable. If you put an infinite player against an infinite player, the system is stable. For example, if you say the Cold War, it's still on. Nobody's won the war, nobody's lost the war, but they still keep fighting. They are in the game. You must understand that business is one of those entities which is an infinite game. None of them can say that I keep winning in business. None of them can say I'm number one in business. Business is played for perpetuity. And management education teaches you that business is for perpetuity. Business is for longevity. Before the Industrial Revolution, business existed. Before all of these corporates came, business existed. Even after you and me, business will exist. This is what management education will teach you. The first thought process that I told you is about attitude. The second thought process that I'm telling you is finite and infinite game. You should know that you're in an infinite game. You're not in a finite game. You're not here to win, but you're here to keep playing. Keep playing so that the business entity looks at a longer life. For example, Ilayaraja's music, even if Ilayaraja at some point in time reaches the heavens, Ilayaraja's music is going to be perpetual, right? It's going to live forever. Business is such, management education is such, that's going to live. The third thought process that I want to leave you with, because I've been given 10 minutes, I just touched 3 points. In the Battle of Kurukshetra, when Arjuna was being advised by Krishna, they were just ahead of the battlefield. I'm going to give it to you in very colloquial languages so that you understand. Krishna asked Arjuna, "Do you want to wage the war?" He said, "Yeah, I really want to wage the war. I'm all thrilled. I have all the ability to wage the war." So Krishna said, "Sit down in the chariot. Let's get inside." So when they got inside, when he drove the chariot inside, this is a huge battle, huge battlefield, and the army behind you. There's an army ahead of you. So Krishna keeps going inside, just drives the chariot inside. He reaches a point, and he tells Arjuna, "See, this is a point of no return. Hereafter, the moment you take a step ahead, you cannot come back from the war. So you still tell me, do you want to wage the war?" He says, "Yeah, I'm all thrilled to wage the war." The moment they step out of the line, Krishna tells him, "Listen, I want to tell you a few points. The gentleman standing opposite you, your uncle, the so-called Bhishma, is one of the loyal bucks of mine. So you cannot kill him. He will decide when he wants to die. Then this coach of yours, called Dronacharya, or your guru, he has taught you everything but one astra. He knows he will have students like you who will try to kill him at one point of time. So he has one astra to himself, which will destroy the world." Similarly, he speaks about karma and he says you cannot kill him unless you have a strategy to hit his, whichever part of the body, then only he'll die. Now the human character in Arjuna manifests. He says, "I don't want to wage the war because people who are standing in front of me are my brothers, my uncle, my coach. So how do I wage a war against them?" What did Krishna do? He spoke about the strengths of the opposition, right? The moment you know the strength of the opposition, then you become weak. Then the character in you, the human character in you comes out and says, "No, no, no, let me stay behind. Let me not go wage a war." The second thing that Krishna said is that all of these guys have weaknesses. And he spoke about their weaknesses then. What he gave to Arjuna at that point of time was a SWOT analysis. He said, what is the strength of the opposition? What is your strength? What is the weakness of them? What is your weakness? What is the opportunity you have? And what is the threat that's alive? So he gave a 360-degree perspective of the war, which is what management will teach you. It will teach you a 360-degree perspective of life. Three things I've touched upon. One is the attitude. One is to keep playing the finite and infinite games. And then the last thought process is the point of no return, where you'll understand the moment you stepped inside management education, it'll give you a 360-degree view. Now, because of globalization, all of us have had the opportunity to do internationalization on education, right? In our days, we never thought that internationalization of education could happen. You're all lucky enough where you can go to Illinois or you can go to Toledo, wherever. Get the best standards from there, implement it here. So this gentleman called Akira Moria, who's the leader for Sony, he said decades back, think globally, act locally. That is what education is doing today. It's helping you think globally, bring those practices to local markets. I want to add something to it. Learn globally, act morally, and change continuously. If you can do this, then the management education that you're going to pursue for the next 2 years will actually bring a change in your life. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. We are grateful for your time and the wisdom you have imparted, which will undoubtedly guide and motivate us as we move forward. And thank you once again for being with us and for contributing to the success of this event. At this moment, we would like to invite our managing trustee, Sri L. Gopalakrishnan, to share a few words with us. So please.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, dear students and parents who are watching from the other hall online. First of all, I would like to welcome you all for this wonderful program, various programs. We have tie-ups with many institutions abroad. And one thing I wanted to tell you all was, how many of you all are wanting to go abroad? You join these programs, but how many of you all are really going to go abroad? If you haven't decided, it's okay, but who would want to go? Hardly about 50? Not even 50. Okay. So the reason I'm asking you this is because it's a good exposure to go abroad. This is the best opportunity to go abroad also. Your the pathway, the alumni who are already there who will take care of all your requirements there, and the visa process and various other things. It's made so easy here at IM. That's one thing I wanted to tell you all. And I would also want to tell you all about the rest of PSG. You've joined the Institute of Management, but there is lots more to PSG than management. We have about 34,000 students and about 6,000 teaching and non-teaching staff members here. And the hospital we have is about 1,500 bedded multi-specialty hospital, which you will be visiting sometime. And there is also a Manavar Illam, which all of you all will be visiting. And I want all of you all to interact with all these students as and when you get the opportunity. And thanks to Mr. Shivakumar, he spoke very well. He gave you the 3 points which I'm sure would have registered there. And I also would like to welcome Mr. Malik Sundaram from US, and my best wishes to all of you all. Give your best and keep in touch with the management through the director and the other people. Whatever you all want in PSG, you tell us. We will be able to give you best wishes to you.
Thank you so much for the kind remarks, sir. We are honored to welcome Mr. Malik Sundaram, an esteemed higher education leader with over 20 years of success in the industry. Mr. Sundaram is currently the Vice President for Enrollment Management and Student Affairs at the Illinois Institute of Technology in Chicago. His extensive career includes notable positions at Northeastern University, where he served as an Associate Vice President for Enrollment Management, Associate Vice President for International Enrollment Management, and Dean of the Office of the Global Services. Additionally, he has held the role of Vice President Global at EMS Educational Services Incorporation. Mr. Sundaram holds a Master of Science in Organizational Dynamics and Leadership and an MBA in Finance from St. Joseph's University. With his vast expertise in enrollment strategies, international engagements, student services, and global operations, he will be delivering a special address to us today on the opportunities available in the United States for management graduates. As a token of our respect and appreciation, we would like to invite our esteemed Managing Trustee, Sri L. Gopalakrishnan, to present our dearest guest with a memento. We also request our Director to kindly join. Thank you, dignitaries. Now please join us in welcoming Mr. Malik Sundaram to deliver a special address.
Good morning, everyone. Trustee Mr. Gopalakrishnan, Chief Guest Mr. Srikumar, Director Dr. Srividya, Dr. Kanchana, Ms. Preeta. It's a pleasure being here with all of you this morning. My dear students, parents who are gathered here for this important occasion of your start of a study abroad journey. I'm from Coimbatore, I'm very proud of it, and I started my study abroad journey from Coimbatore here as well. And at that time, there was only one flight a day that was going out of Coimbatore. And that was my first journey embarking upon to go to do my study abroad in Philadelphia. So I see all of you with all the excitement that you're looking forward for your study abroad journey. I first commend you and congratulate you that you are here at PSG Institutions, which is one of the prestigious institutions, and many students look forward for being here as their education dream and journey. So you've did all your hard work, and I commend all your commitment for being here and starting your education journey here with PSG and moving on to your global exposure and study abroad experiences that you choose with many of the partners that we have here at PSG. Now, study abroad is not just an education journey that you are going to begin with. It's an experience, it's an exposure, and it's a life-changing journey that you're going to start with. When you go to another country, you're going to embrace new cultures. You're going to expose yourself to new ways of doing things, things that are important in those cultures that you will have to adapt to. That doesn't mean that you have to embrace everything that you see there. There are good things, there are things that you will learn from your life experiences that you will embrace as you move through your study abroad journey. But it gives you the exposure that you would not see anywhere if you stay where you are. I always say when it comes to an education that we offer, we always meet the students where they are, in whichever parts of the world they are. If as an educational institution we stay within Illinois or Illinois Tech and expect students to come to us, those days are gone. We are trying to move and meet the students where they are, whether it's the educational experience or education journey. And that's how far the study abroad experience has come across in these recent years. Two examples I will provide for you as you start looking at your study abroad experiences while you come to US or go to UK. The learning that you're going to have inside the classroom is equally important for the learning that you're going to have outside the classroom. My outside the classroom learning is what shaped me to where I am today, to what I do in my career, and what I foresee as important things in my life, my learning journeys that I had, the experiences and exposure that they shape my thoughts as I progress forward. You could have come from Coimbatore, but tomorrow you will be managing directors of companies, leaders of companies that you will be running moving forward. And the Indian nature and culture that you bring along with you is going to be very unique for your success as you step into the study abroad journey. Do you know why? It's an emerging market, yes. You are prepared to be agile. Simple traffic, the driving that you do in the streets of India here makes you agile, that you don't have to drive within lanes. You drive and adapt to the traffic that you're going to move forward with. And that Indian adaptiveness that you're going to bring was what will make you ready to be adaptive to wherever you go and be successful. I was in Korea 3 years before, and at that day there was a page that was published in the newspaper, which had all the CEOs of global firms listed in the first page of Korean newspaper, and close to 95% of all those CEOs were from India. So one of the presidents of the university turned back to me and asked, why do you think that the Indian leaders have grown so far in leading most of the technology companies or any industries you choose? And my answer to him was, Indians are trained to be agile from their birth and trained to be adaptive from their birth. And that's unique characters that you will bring along when you come to study abroad, that you can share with others from different parts of the world or different parts of the country. And this experience is something you should keep to yourself wherever you go and however successful you become. And the second part of what I want to share with all of you are where the education industry is today. We are at a very pivotal moment where innovation is taking over education. So if you start your education journey today, what you learn in your first day of class will already be expired or be irrelevant when you graduate. So, what does that mean to you as learners? You will not stop learning. We call this lifelong learning and lifelong experiences that you're going to build through your lifelong learning journey that you craft for yourself. So, your MBA that you're going to earn or your MS that you're going to earn is just the first step towards your learning. And you will continue your learning throughout your career, throughout your journey for you to be successful. So, I welcome all of you to start stepping into this lifelong journey with all of us. And special welcome to my cohort that's going to be coming to Illinois Tech. I'm thankful and looking forward to welcoming you all in the other part of the world. Congratulations and wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful and inspiring address on the opportunities available in the US for management graduates. Your extensive experience and deep understanding of the higher education landscape have provided us with invaluable perspectives and guidance. As we conclude this ceremony, we express our gratitude to everyone who has contributed to making this event a success. It is our honor to invite Dr. R. Deepa, Associate Professor and Head, Faculty of Human Resources, PSG IM, to deliver the vote of thanks.
good morning. On behalf of PSG Institute of Management, I wholeheartedly thank our Managing Trustee, Sri L. Gopalakrishnan, for his sustained support in all our endeavors. Your presence today is a great motivation to Team PSGIM, sir. Thank you for your thoughtful insights today for the students. Mr. Shivakumar, a proud alumnus, has played an active role in all our endeavors. Thank you for gracing the occasion and inspiring our students with your inaugural address. Enjoyed your 3 points and your going back to the traditional Indian knowledge systems. Thank you. I thank Mr. Malik Sundaram, Vice President, Enrollment Management and Student Affairs at Illinois Tech for his support and special address. We are happy and honored to have you here today, sir. Thank you. Our director, Dr. Srividya, has been a driving force in our pursuit for excellence. Thank you, ma'am, for always insisting on raising the bar in management education. A huge thanks to my team members who will be coordinating the orientation program. My sincere gratitude to the special invitees, Dr. Kanchana and Ms. Preeta, and also the parents. A huge thanks to our administrative officer, Mr. Saravana Kumar, and the support staff for their active participation. Thank you all parents for trusting us with your wards. Thanks to all the students who have chosen us for furthering your education. I extend my sincere thanks to our alumni who have always stood by us. On behalf of Team PSGIM, I wish the students a wonderful learning experience. Wishing you all a great day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Before we sign off, we would like to extend a very special welcome once again to the batch of 2024-2026. We are incredibly excited to have you embark on this journey with us, and we are excited to have you join us and look forward to witnessing your growth and achievements over the coming years. We kindly request everyone to remain seated until the dignitaries have exited the hall.
Thank you so much.
Fine.